Walking Hong Kong streets. Dear Lord, show me a sign. Give me a map. Show me the way.
Let me capture that 1 second. We'll just let people go by, and then and I think actually I saw another. I was reading a book about that, and I think they also call this like tenement housing, which is actually kind of cool looking housing because they got these nice little balconies right there. I bet those would be a lot of. Well, this one we're gonna get surrounded by music here. Got a big waiting. Let me see. Okay, so we're coming up. We're gonna be walking down this lane right here called Nullah Lane. It's named after, I guess, Nullah is a creek that used to go underneath here, and and then I used to come all the way up to here to Kennedy Road. Some nice places to sit up here. And we're basically on Hong Kong Island in the Wan Chai area. So what we're going to be doing is going on down to St. James Church as well. And we're going to head on down.
Okay, 2024, we're in Hong Kong. Come on this way.
Walking Hong Kong streets. Double-deck trams going by. Crowded streets of people. I love this town.
So let's cruise down this way. You can see St. James Church right there. And then we are going to be going down this way. And right here is a quite a well-known temple. I was just reading about it a little bit. We'll bring the camera in there, and I'll kind of show you the signs for it. So now we're more parallel with the temple. You got these beautiful banyan trees as well, and a little kiosk. So what we're gonna do next? There's our focus here right there, still Nullah Lane. But of course we have to take this little small excursion on and just show you what this place is all about right here. This has all the information about it right there. Okay. So let's just kind of take a brief glance. Actually, that's a beautiful dragon. And what's interesting about that is right now it's also the Chinese New Year. It's the last day of it. And it's also the year the green dragon of the. So just coincidentally. I might just poke the camera in for a moment. And mostly to show you this view. So we're going to be heading down still Nullah Lane. Okay, so we're going to navigate between these two vehicles along with this vehicle that's navigating now. And that'll kind of open up and give us the immediate view anyways. And we have kind of a lot to see because you can see the yellow, the blue, the orange, and the green. So each one of those has some kind of thing to them that's worth seeing. So we'll tell you what all that is too. St. James Settlement, that's interesting as well because up above we had the St. James school or church. So it looks like they must have claimed this piece of land back in the day. Let me see, this one is kind of cool too. Let me capture that 1 second. We'll just let people go by, and then it's pretty cool. Okay, so there's actually a lot of other stuff on here. I think I have actually filmed this, but it's been about 5 years. This one is a little bit of an industrial street, and it goes down to another interesting street down that way, but we don't want to get sidetracked, despite the name of the channel being get sidetracked. So we're gonna keep on going down. The salary. Okay, so let's keep on going down. And the first building that we're going to get to is the yellow building. So let's see what that one's all about. I think it's going to be a museum. Let me just kind of walk. Yeah, there's the yellow building right there. And then you got the white and the blue and the orange and the green. I don't know the meaning of the white one, but we're going to see some street signs for all of these in a moment. Hing Wan. So here's the blue building. I believe this one is I think it says Lisa's Veggie. But here's some information about it. The blue house. The blue house. Blue house cluster. Okay. That sounds familiar. So I think I've seen that they kind of call it the blue house cluster, something like that. Let's go across here. So now you can see the beauty. And I think actually I was reading a book about that, and I think they also call this like tenement housing, which is actually kind of cool looking housing because they got these nice little balconies right there. I bet those would be a lot of money now, but at the time, maybe no. The orange one, I think this one looks very popular. And I think there's some other interesting stuff down King Sing Street, I believe, has something interesting. We're gonna film that separately. You know, this one we're gonna get surrounded by music here. Got a big waiting. Let me see. Let's try to go by here when the people go by. Okay, here's a cart noodle shop. So the cart noodles, I think they used to be all throughout this whole area, and then they don't allow the cart noodles anymore on the streets. So they've moved into their own shops. And then we're basically right at the green building now. So I think these are actually called the blue cluster houses, and I think it's based because of that blue one is kind of the most noticeable one. And again, if these were tenement houses, and you had that house right there, that blue, and some of those apartments with those windows on the corner, and you could look down that, it'd be like pretty prime real estate. Finn's is also a nice place to eat. So let's just check out the main street here, which is Queens Road East. We're gonna just take a look down. That way goes down to Causeway Bay. That one goes into Wan Chai proper. You got some cool looking apartments like that. Also amazing, the views that you would have. And then that one goes down towards Central. So let's go back, get a few views that you can get. That looks pretty cool too, like that. And we're gonna just follow this green light across. So that's Queens Road. Let me just get a nice view of Queens Road. I think this lady's gonna run across. Yeah, I think she will run across. Look at that view though. So yeah, Hong Kong is very photogenic. Oh, she's gonna get a taxi. Thank God, I thought she was gonna run across the street. So let me kind of try to capture that little space. And then this is the blue cluster homes. And I'm just gonna come back and try to capture this from this angle. And I'm not the only one trying to capture it as well. And then right here is the Finns. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of come back up here, and then we're gonna end this one. That's the Finns restaurant right there. And then now you can see nice images of the blue cluster, the orange cluster, the yellow cluster house, all the way up. Okay.
Okay, 2024, we're in Hong Kong. Come on this way.
Walking Hong Kong streets, double-deck trams going by, crowded streets of people. I love this town.